What is up, guys, and welcome back to Need for Speed Heat. The plan right now is to take a look at what I think the best off-road car is. I'm going to go back and look at what I still have left in my garage. We're going to start out with the Subaru. So our engine in the Subaru is the 3.8 liter flat 6. We got all Ultimate Plus parts in there, and the dual turbochargers, and that leaves us with 0 to 60 time with 2.2 seconds and top speed 231 with 1,035 horsepower. And then we have rally suspension. For the tires, we have the off-road tires, and then we have the rally diff. And when all is said and done, this thing is pumped up to 381, but honestly, you don't really need anything more than like a 300 to do the off-road races. We have a handful here. We obviously have the Subaru, we have the Mustang 65, we have the G-Wagon, which I think is just fun, not necessarily that good. The only other one that would be in contention would be the BMW X6 that we did. That was a really good build. But in the end, I think I just thought that this car that we're driving right now was actually better. I hope I didn't just spoil this test here. But I feel like the Subaru's probably going to win. Alright, we're going to check out the Foxbody next, but we currently have 1,167 horsepower in a 4.9 liter V8, 0 to 60 2.17, top speed 233. Once again, obviously all Ultimate Plus parts. We have the dual turbocharger once again, rally suspension, off-road tires, and a rally diff. So that of course takes us to a 400 plus, which is just obscene for an off-road car, but it's also really fun. A little bit of tire spin off the line, but then after that, look at, oh my goodness. Look at us just accelerate. Yes, I remember. Yes, but then it slows, like it reaches its top speed quickly, but then it can't really go much further. And I don't think it's very fast in the corners because it just has so much power, just spins its wheels through the corners. Are really just looking for something to be competitive with and have the best off-road car. This really isn't, a viable option. But in terms of just having some fun on an off-road race, this thing is a hoot. Next up, we have the G-Wagon with a 1,484 horsepower in the forged 5 liter V8. Again, of course, Ultimate Plus parts all the way through, dual turbocharger, rally suspension, rally tires, rally diff. So rally everything on this bad boy. Oh my goodness, so much. That just didn't go anywhere off the line. Holy crap. It's really not awful. It might honestly be even a little bit better than the Foxbody in the corners. It's just so heavy that it doesn't really accelerate out of the corners all that great. But once again, I mean, let's think about it. In the Subaru, we were out in front with 0 issues. This and the Foxbody, we have had some issues, so that should tell you what you need to know right there. For me, the off-road races, which I've talked about before, are more about like having fun, because I think they're the most fun races in the game. So yes, I would recommend you try this car. Alright, and last but not least, we have the Ford Mustang from 1965 with 1,200 horsepower from this 3.9 liter V8. Again, all Ultimate Plus parts, dual turbocharger, rally suspension, off-road tires, and a rally diff. Okay, here's the Mustang, and I have a feeling that this might actually be my favorite. Here we go. Ooh, big burn out there, just like the Foxbody. And then should have a ton of acceleration initially. Oh my goodness, smash bang boom. Oh yeah, look at that takeoff. And then, can we keep it on the rough? Yes. How much of the speed are we going to lose in the corners? I mean, it's not great through the corners. It's not the Subaru, but it's not as bad as some of the other ones. Oh, I say is that was a terrible turn. But the key thing to note here is that we are in first right off the bat, just like we were with the Subaru. The other cars, we did not have that because they just were not as quick to get going in the dirt here, where you could just, maybe you can't tell from the other side of the screen, but where I'm sitting, the feel of it, you could just tell. With this in the Subaru, especially this, the acceleration on the off-road in this thing out of the corners is fantastic. This thing just flies. That's why I kept this one over the BMW. we probably have our verdict, where I think most people will probably recommend the Subaru, and you certainly will not go wrong with the Subaru. I think that this Mustang is more fun. It's more of a just crazy experience. Your best options for your best competitive off-road are going to be the Subaru, the BMW X6, the Porsche Panamera, and this Mustang. Those would be my top choices. God, this thing is just so good. If I was going to pick one, if I was going to recommend one, it would be this Mustang, because it's good and it's fun. Honestly, part of the fun for me about off-roading, the off-road races, is you can take almost any car and just kit it out for off-roading. I've done Lamborghini off-road videos. They're not great, but it's funny. So yeah, it's cool to experiment, but if you're looking for a really good one that's just going to keep you competitive in every race. If you found this video helpful, if you enjoyed it, please be sure to leave a like down below. I really do appreciate the support. If you're new, think about hitting that subscribe button, and don't forget to ring that notification bell to stay up to date with all the latest videos. Until next time, guys, stay classy.